Okay, I think we got YouTube possibly starting up here, hopefully here very soon. We always give it a good minute before we get rocking and rolling. Just adjusting some audio settings here really quick before it gets really rocking and rolling. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Get the chat pulled up, get everything ready to basically get going here in a second. Hopefully everything works out fine here. Got a lot to talk about before we truly get started, but I think we are going to be ready here to go. Looks like I have everything working on my end, which is great. Alright, we're about the minute mark, and I just saw the notification go out, so I think we are ready to go. Hello, viewers, and welcome out to another Let's Go Eevee shiny route hunting. We are still on Route 1, sadly. Hunting for just Bellsprout, sadly. But, you know, it's just the grind. We're in the grind period, and I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus since we streamed last, and I wanted to explain that a little bit while we go ahead and get started with our chain and everything like that, because I believe we won't have anything active if I'm guessing correctly. Yes, we have nothing active. Go ahead and fix something on YouTube's end here. One quick second. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay. Ah! Pressed the wrong button. Anyway. But yeah, been a hot second, only mostly because work schedules, some life things kind of got thrown at us very recently. Could have potentially maybe streamed here and there, but I don't know. I kept feeling myself being more emotionally, I don't know what to call it, but drained, I guess, for lack of a better term, for just everything else that was going on in life for a little bit there. So took a little bit of a hiatus to kind of just collect myself and everything like that, which probably wasn't the wisest of choices knowing what is coming up here very soon. But overall, I think it will be for the best going forward. And today is technically, I mean, it's technically Monday if we want to go by true, like, time, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it's like 11:30, you know, so it's basically almost Tuesday at this point, which means it's technically Toss-Up Tuesday, where we can pretty much stream whatever we want or do whatever we want. So I figured go back to shiny hunting. It's easier to kind of commentate while that's going on in the background. And kind of fill you all in on everything. But yeah, work has been good and everything like that. It's honestly been a more calm-ish period. It was still demanding with so many people still on vacation and stuff like that, but well, nothing like drastic. I did injure myself last Thursday or Friday, I can't remember when it was. I injured my back pretty badly to where I had to take a day off to kind of let myself potentially recover from it all. Then I ended up still working my Saturday shift through everything. Basically I couldn't, like, I'm normally able to very easily like bend over and touch my toes. I couldn't even slightly even get to my knees. That's how much pain I guess I was in. But basically, I think the problem was I just kept lifting the exact same weight over and over and over again. And instead of trying some different lifting methods, it really pulled my muscles really badly, to where it just took me about 2 or 3 days to get back in comfortable stuff. I still have some little pains here around my shoulder-ish area that flares up every now and then, but nothing god-awful. Otherwise, other than that, we have both my daughters are in basically like Bible school right now, so I had to get them there and everything like that. But yeah, don't get me wrong, there probably was time to possibly stream and everything like that, but just could not find the energy and time to really dedicate myself to it, especially when I was so just drained from either pains or being more tired or whatever else it was. I think my body was just like, hey, I need to get some rest, get some additional sleep, which I know basically we're just saying, oh, an extra hour of sleep I maybe was giving myself from choosing not to stream. But then I still found myself being up late at night, just, you know, worried about the next day, or still being in pain, unable to sleep, or whatever it was. So I still wasn't getting to bed for still another hour or two. But yeah, like I said, the rest of the work week was fine. Didn't have any more massively pains and everything like that. And then both my daughters are in basically whatever you want to call it, summer Bible school or whatever, for the next couple of days, and through Wednesday is their last Bible school day. My eldest also does like tutoring and all that, so we're always still pretty active with places we go and things we do. No, don't get me wrong, we still do like our zoo trips and our children's museums and trampoline parks and pool and all that great stuff, because, you know, it's summertime, we gotta enjoy it all. Definitely think once school rolls around, a lot of that obviously will slow down. I know the pool closes somewhere in September. Zoo and stuff's open year round, so, but obviously without the kids there, you know, it's kind of weird for maybe me to kind of go by myself. At least it's kind of more of a trail walky thing, so it's not like too weird. Children's Museum definitely I think would be weird for me as an adult to go to by myself, but either way, be less often of things going on. And like I said, once school comes back around, then my mornings open up drastically more, just to kind of have that for recordings again. It's been a while since we've last posted a true recorded video. I believe still the Mario series we did last was our last one. So was it Mario Odyssey that we did last as a recorded series? I think as our last video that we have posted. All the rest have been live streams, which is fine. Just, again, I wanted the mix of both worlds, and I know summer has made that hard. Because I want to still have fun with my children, and obviously, like I said, life still has stuff going on with bills and things you got to clean up around the house and whatever else have you. And trying to also reconnect with some old friends and new friends and whatever else, just kind of get some connections back. Since it's been a while since I've really had good connections, I would say it's probably been more near the 2019 era, since probably the last time I had some good connections with people. Now a lot of that is on me. But yeah, if I can get back to some of those connections, or some of them are gone or into different things in their lives now, but at least you can still try. But I hate just some of those that, you know, you try and then they're just kind of overly involved into not really going to give you the time anymore, so it's kind of like, is it really worth it? But like I said, it's better to try than not try. I've also been trying to go to church more again. Used to always volunteer at my church as a preschool teacher and stuff like that, so it's just been a hot minute since we've done that. Only mostly, again, usually due to the mental side of things and energy side of things, but I just kind of want to go back, just kind of get more back involved with helping families and helping people and things like that. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what else has been 100% going on by any means. We did record a Nintendo Direct reaction, however, sadly, the audio didn't capture, so we lost that. That technically would have been a recording if that worked. But yeah, for whatever reason, my audio didn't capture. I think it had some problems to do with my fact that my phone's like 5 years old and my speakers and stuff don't really work on it anymore. Because that's how I technically recorded it. But yeah, it was a really good direct. I'm very excited about the new Mario Party coming up. And what else was there? Announced the new Mario RPG remaster and stuff like that. Or actually, it's a sequel, but not remaster. It's a new game entirely. Hello, PokeFan72. Welcome out to the stream. Yes, you're the only one here for right now, but it is all good. It's been a little bit since I last streamed, so I think we're going on at least over 7 days, maybe even longer since the last time I streamed, so it doesn't shock me we're going to have a little bit of a thing for right now, but it's all good, it's all good. Like I said, whether there's one person or if there's a million people, I just enjoy what I'm doing and having fun. Hopefully, yes, it can entertain someone else as well. But if not, it is what it is. Like I said, I'd be playing this game, doing probably the same thing either way, whether I was live streaming or not. But my thing was, well, maybe I can talk with someone, maybe it'll help someone else's day, give them background noise, whatever it is, you know. Even if it helps just a little bit, make someone smile, give them a something, whatever, then that's awesome. But if not, like I said, I was going to be playing the game anyway, so why not stream it? Why not put it out there? And maybe it'll give somebody something, you know, even just a little bit of something for themselves. I don't know where everybody is. I mean, you know, maybe right now my time, it's pretty late at night. You know, maybe most people are sleeping, you know, got work in the morning or whatever else, you know, your life stuff. Everybody's busy, you know. Everybody's got stuff going on. Some people aren't really into the whole shiny hunting thing. What else? What other things can I put out there for people? I don't know. There's probably like something going on, right? Maybe they got a hangnail and they're really upset about it. Like, I don't know. I can make up reasons all day. They had a really important band concert to go to. Telling you, somewhere out there, one of those things are true, and someone's mind's being blown right now. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Joan, and your freaking knitting that you're doing. Is that too specific? I feel like that was too specific. I mean, I could be more broad. Yes, you sitting there looking at your screen watching YouTube. Like, that one's too broad. That's, you know, obvious. Gardevoir and Crabominable. Ooh, that's a very unique one. You don't hear a lot of Crabominable as a favorite Pokemon. I will give you that. That is very unique entirely. Some of my favorites, I won't name my number one just yet, but some of my top ones are like Alolan Marowak, I like a lot. I like a lot of the Alolan forms, actually. I'm okay with, like the Alolan Raichu and stuff like that I like. But my all-time favorite is Charizard. I'm sorry, I'm a, you know, Gen 1 guy. I grew up with Pokemon as a kid, you know, 90s kid, whatever. I get it, fine. But you know what, if I wanted to be more precise, technically my favorite Pokemon is Mega Charizard Y, which is technically newer than Charizard. But you know, I'm that guy, okay? I'm that guy. I'm the Gen 1 guy, whatever. I still like other Pokemon games, okay? Even though I haven't still played Gen 5. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I don't want to talk. I played every other game, though. I don't have a least favorite Pokemon. That makes anybody feel good. We did a whole ranking thing on the channel where we ranked every single Pokemon Gen 1 through 8 at the time. I think technically the least favorite one was like either it was like a Alolan Persian or Bruxish or somebody down there. It was one of those guys that was way down. I know Alolan Raticate was down there on the list and stuff, but yeah, I don't hate any Pokemon. I don't dislike any Pokemon. I'm not like, oh god, there's this guy. Oh, please get him away from me. Like, there's none that give me that vibe. There have been Pokemon that have given me somewhat of a, you know, I don't like always seeing them vibe, but now I love. Like Zubat, for example. Zubat, everybody usually hates Zubat. They run into you all the time in the caves and all that, but I love Zubat. If it wasn't for Zubat, I would not have won my very first Pokemon Nuzlocke. I will have fond memories of my Zubat's name Batty that won me my Pokemon Red Nuzlocke back in the day. No one likes Crabominable. Okay, that's kind of mean. I think he was in the middle of my list, honestly, because he has the whole like abominable snowman kind of vibe. He was in the middle of my ranks, if I remember correctly. He's not bad. He's definitely not a bad Pokemon. I think he's definitely unique for what he's got going on for him. I know why people think he's, ugly or whatever, but I think he's fine. He's a cool Pokemon. Gardevoir, everybody likes Gardevoir. Pretty much almost everybody likes Gardevoir. Now, there's the creepy side of liking Gardevoir, and there's the normal side of liking Gardevoir, but either way, liking Gardevoir is fine, whatever. To each their own, right? It's always a thing. I will never, pretty much ever, judge anybody for what they like or dislike. No, I'm sure there's probably some of those things. I really like to hurt people or something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a fan of that at all. Of course not. But still, some things I'll still be like, you know what? You do you, man. It's your view on things. It's your way of life. It's, whatever. You do you. I may not agree with it, but it's what makes you happy. Go for it. Now, obviously, you shouldn't, like I said, if it's something that's, really harmful to people, probably don't do that, okay? Get some, like, Pokemon League-ish music. I feel like this is some Pokemon League music going on in the background right now. Is this game? Is this from this game? Why do I feel like I'm getting this game vibes from this music right now? Anybody, any game music experts, so I don't have to click on the screen to figure out what music's playing in the background right now? Where's my video game music experts at? Do love me some Gen 1 music, though. Alright, fine, I'll pause, fine, I'll look it up. It is Let's Go Eevee. Oh, but it's not the champion theme. It's the, basically, end credits theme. Which I hear it now with the more, fanfare vibes. You know what Pokemon I'm starting to dislike, though? It might be going down in my ranking, is, Bellsprout. Bellsprout might be going down on my list. I have encountered over 2,000 of these things, and not a single one has been shiny. I get it's taken me probably like 500 plus Pidgeys to get the shiny Pidgey, and I get it probably, I mean, it only took me 60 Rattatas to get the shiny Rattata, okay? But still, we've gone over 2,000 Pokemon in total, and at least over 1,000 of those have been Bellsprouts. Where's the shiny Bellsprout at? So yeah, I might have some slightly gaining dislike for Bellsprout, but you know what? When it happens, I'm going to have that memory forever of 2,000 plus Bellsprouts of encountering, or whatever the actual final number will be whenever I actually get this thing, and maybe it'll be a fond memory to look back on one day. But right now, it's, oh my god, please be shiny. Anyway. Ooh. Is that Electros? Is that what that's, or is that Eldegoss? Because those are two drastically different Pokemon. I'm gonna guess Electros? Electros is very, I mean, both are pretty cool. Eldegoss is isn't that the, like, flower thing that Milo uses in Gen 8? Is that Eldegoss? Is that, am I remembering my Pokemon right? Electros, I mean, I know who Electros is. It's freaking Eel, and it's electric Eel, and it's cool, and, has technically no weaknesses, and yeah, other things that he's got going for him, totally. Isn't Electros Gen 5? Isn't that one of the generations I haven't played? Oh god. He's still cool. I know my Gen 5 Pokemon, okay? Even though I haven't played the games, okay? Whatever. I've seen gameplay of it. I've seen people play Gen 5. I know my Gen 5 Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. I just gotta play them. That's all I gotta do. I just gotta play it. There's not a Pokemon you can name that I'm gonna be like, ooh, you like that one? Ew. Like, how do you like that guy? Like, there's not. I can guarantee you there's not. I will find a reason to defend any Pokemon, and I can also hate on any Pokemon also. Charizard, my favorite Pokemon, Charizard, overpopular. Way overpopular. Quad weaknesses out the wazoo. Dies too easily. Maybe a little bit too much favoritism. I don't know. But I can go on negatives on Charizard too. He's my number one. Why do I like Y more than X when X is like the everything Charizard was supposed to be with the dragon, and he's like blue flames and, you know, all this other cool stuff. Why do I like Y better? I don't know. Just looks cooler to me, okay? Maybe because he looks more like a dragon when he's shiny. I don't really know. It's just me, man. Why do we as humans always say, I don't know, man, or use masculine terms when it could be females we're talking to? No one knows. Okay, someone knows. Some, like, psychologist out there knows. Am I thinking we're gonna get this shiny today? Based on all of our odds and numbers and everything else, no, it's not gonna happen. The shiny's not going to happen. But if we really believe and just close our eyes and just lie to ourselves, it's gonna happen. And you know what? I would love to be proved wrong. I'd love to. But the numbers and the odds and everything else that's working against us, yeah, it's just not looking good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like that. I'm at least slightly, you know, something. Like I said, my thing is always like, if I can entertain someone, make someone smile, give someone a good day, whatever it may be, whatever have you, for instance. Like I said, I don't care if I'm someone's background noise for all of a, whatever type of a deal. As long as I'm maybe doing something to maybe make someone's day a little bit easier, a little bit better, whatever it may be, that's awesome to me. That's one thing I always love to hear. Like I said, I'm just a guy that likes playing some different video games, whether it be Pokemon, Mario, whatever else. By the way, I'm at 1,373 Bellsprouts. I now know the exact number. There we go. Happy birthday, me. And that's not even the total Pokemon. That's not including our Rattatas and our Pidgeys that are also on this freaking route that I've chained. I know we're over 2,000. I know that for sure. But I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate those kind words. I really do. We're definitely trying to get back into a little bit more consistency, a little bit more, variety of things and stuff like that, but obviously still working it through. Life is hectic, for lack of a better term. But yeah, we pretty much have, if you look at our, I always still want to say Twitter. It's still Twitter. Everybody, it's Twitter. Whatever. X. You'll see our stream schedule. And I want to try to get that back on track, and I want to get back to recording stuff as well. Am I a twin? I am not a twin. I do not have any anybody that's, I guess, twin to me. I do have a younger brother that's like 3 years younger than me, but he does not do anything content-wise. I mean, he makes music, I guess, but it's not like he shows his face actively. And my sisters are half-sisters for one, but two also don't do anything social media-wise. Yeah, no, I have no twins or anything like that. If there is someone out there that looks like me, cool. There's been a few people that said I look like certain other people, but nobody famous, I guess. I don't know who the actor I would have, be me. I know ones that kind of fit my personality a bit, I guess, but as far as really, play my life story, I don't know about that one. What, Pokegirl? Like your Misty, May, like those type of Pokegirls, I'm assuming? Oh god, am I the Misty guy? Am I just gonna keep being the Gen 1 guy? I do like May. I do like May a lot too. Serena's okay. She's I don't know. The ginger on Misty works though. The ginger on Misty works. Ah, crap. Even Dawn's okay too. I think Misty and May are in my tops. It's definitely between those two if I'm thinking quickly on it and not giving much more thought to it. I don't know who like my least favorite of the girls would be. The anime girls. It's even like I could see things with like Nurse Joy or Officer Jenny and, you know, even Ash's mom, you know, whatever you want to say. Like, you know, they all have their things. But yeah, Misty and May just really, really do it. Then again, it's kind of like weird saying that because what they're supposed to be like, what? I don't even know how old they're supposed to be. But anyway, when I was a kid, we'll just go with that route. That way I'm just saving myself for any future embarrassment. Definitely my growing up crush was Misty and May. Sure, I remember crushes on them. I did date a girl once that kind of slightly looked like Misty. I don't know if I could... There might have been someone I could argue a little bit toward May, but I don't know. Wow. Look at that ball going straight. That was great. 10 out of 10 experience. Can we just talk about how the best pokey guy is Brock? That guy's kind of cool, and he's got funny jokes and stuff. James is also really good, though. James is a really, really good front runner. James and Brock, solid. Solid pokey guys, if we're going to go down that route as well. Oh, poor Ash. Poor Ash. Didn't know anything. You know what? If they punch me, that's their loss, man. And just, you know what? I'm not a fan of the abuse. I'm not a fan. Of freaking season 1. Well, even first couple seasons of Pokemon anime, freaking Ash was savage to Misty. I don't know how she ever recovered. I really did think Ash and Misty was going to have something at some point in time before his ending, but I mean, at least got some action with Serena. He got a little bit of a peck, a little bit of a smoochy smooch before his end of his time. I mean, Misty was the one he was the most, whatever. I won't even want to use the word committed to. Why do you think they look like teenagers with the 10? Because they're old in the face. That's just how animes typically work. They make them look a little bit older sometimes. I don't know. It's definitely the typical cartoon anime style is just that they will look pretty much a bit older. I mean, I definitely feel like even as played the real human card or whatever you want to say, don't feel like I honestly look like the age that I am, but still, yeah. It's just, I don't know. Just how, I don't know, the drawings, the whatever work, they give them a bit more features, we'll just say it that way, that give them a bit more looks into their age and their personalities and their stuff like that just makes them seem like, okay, yeah, these kids are definitely older. And obviously, yeah, they're out there in the world all by themselves anyway, so it's like, yeah, like I feel like they would have to have some age to them to handle themselves out there. Would you really trust a 10-year-old by themselves? I don't think I would. I mean, my daughter is almost 7. So she would be like 3 years away from it, and there's just like, no, couldn't see that. I know 3 years is a lot of growth to get. But I've been around, 10-year-olds, I guess, but obviously I've been 10 at one point in my life. Yeah, I don't know. They have some levels of maturity that makes them seem way older than what they are. Which of those 3 champions do I like best? Cynthia. Easily. Leon is cool. I will give Leon something. But I technically even like Lance a little bit more than Leon. But Cynthia's crazy. She's in almost like a league of her own. Lance just looks cool. He's got a cape and stuff. I get Leon also has a cape. But the crown thing or whatever he wears, his hat, crown, doesn't really work with him. Lance just, pulls up the look a little bit better. Cynthia's, yeah, she's top tier. Gita, I don't know if deserves mention yet. She at least gets some slight redeemings in her rebattles and like the Blueberry Economy and stuff like that, because she finally leads with what she should have led with and ends with what she should have ended with and everything like that with her Pokemon team, but still. You're 10. See, I told you, I'm gonna be that guy that says, hey, I'm saying something, and then they're gonna be like, wait, I'm that guy. I'm like, oh crap. I still stand by what I say though. 10-year-old, sending a 10-year-old on the world, even with this, creature that pretty much almost can destroy the world almost. Send you out there with your hell, I'll even give you Ralts. I'll give you one of your favorite Pokemon. You telling me you can handle that? I don't think a 10-year-old can handle that. I'm sorry. What would I do? Am I the age that I am, or am I 10? Okay, we'll just go. I'll answer both. I'm put in the Pokemon world, and I'm currently the age that I am now. Put there right now. First absolute thing I'm doing. I am. What am I doing first? I gotta find a way to get Pokeballs, obviously, to catch Pokemon. I gotta. Do I have the money? Do I have the money to buy them? Well, I guess they're laying around sometimes on the ground, right? I mean, if that's how the games work, that should be how it works in the world, right? So I should be able to just find a Pokeball probably somewhere, I would assume. So yeah, I'm finding a Pokeball, capturing something that protects me with some status elements and stuff like that, at least to kind of get me through a little bit of the area. Finding my nearest town, obviously, getting with some locals, and maybe trying to team up with some people to try to get myself a team to basically bodyguard myself. Now, if obviously I'm throwing, let's say I'm throwing in the middle of like Hoenn, and I'm throwing one like Pacific. There we go. There's a random town that's like in the middle of friggin' nowhere. Then yeah, I'm probably in a screwed up situation. But if you throw me in pretty much anywhere, I think in Gen 1, maybe other than Cinnabar, probably could figure something out. Like I said, you can talk to some locals, you can talk to scientists, you can find some items, you can make yourself work. But I'm definitely finding the best team that puts some stats and stuff, protects me, and gets me around. And then eventually I'll work into a team that's actually the one I actually want, that I can fly around with and do cool stuff with. Definitely. Okay, and if I'm 10, if I'm throwing in there at 10, I'm crying like a little baby. No, honestly, okay, I'm trying to think if I'm a 10-year-old. I'm a 10-year-old throwing in just a random environment. I'm 10 years old, I'm throwing in a random environment. I definitely think I'm either trying to befriend the creatures near me if I'm thrown in the wild somewhere, but if I'm anywhere near a town, I'm running there as fast as I can and trying to, I guess, feel like I'm meeting with somebody that I feel like, I mean, I feel like I was 10, I would know like my hospitals, my things like that. I would go there because those would be most likely to have a trustworthy person. Hospital, the gyms, even the marts even would probably have a more trustworthy adult that I can feel like I could rely on to help me in the situation that I'm put in. There you go. There's your answers. There's your complicated answers for the day. Now, if the Pokemon come here, if the Pokemon come to our world, we're screwed. We're dead. We're dead. It's game over. It's GG. Just go ahead and, you know, throw us all away. We're not winning that war. I don't care how much freaking nuclear power we have. We ain't winning. We are not winning. Mewtwo alone pretty much solos us. It's not even funny. If we maybe get Preparation, maybe there's a slight chance. But I don't know how we beat a creature that can literally stop all of our minds and, you know, creatures that can warp reality and transform into us and our things. Like, yeah, we're just dead. There's no other route but dead. Yeah, that's what I get at. Like, Gita's team is just not put together well. She should lead with the Glamora. That would be the best lead, because then she would have Toxaspite all the way, and she should end with the King Gambit, because then she gets stronger, obviously, because of its ability and stuff like that. Her team is just not meshed together well. And I'm not definitely against a team that's, like, different types. I mean, it worked well with Gen 6's champion. Diantha had a little bit of a different team and stuff like that. Even, I mean, the original Red and Blue had, like, Blue with 6 different Pokemon. They weren't typed themed by any means. So yeah, she just could have had a better chemistry, a better just set of Pokemon. You could have had, you know, I mean, even using Cynthia as the example, I mean, Cynthia uses items and things like that. I mean, her Spiritomb only has one weakness in technically a generation that originally didn't even have that weakness. My favorite rival... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I can't. Do I just do it? Do I just send it? Do I just commit to the bit? Do I just commit? I think I just gotta commit. It's blue. It's blue. It's not even close. It's freaking blue. Like, it's blue. He's a good one. He's just complete throughout and all that. I do really like the Gen 9 people. I feel like they had amazing stories for sure. And I finally think they figured out that whole, like, how to make them, like, your friend, but still make them feel like competition with Nemona. But again, just Blue with his cocky attitude, you wanted to kick his booty. You wanted to throw him into the ground. You wanted to best him. I think he just worked well. Silver is just, he's not there enough. May and Brendan, you kind of slightly get involved with, but again, it's nothing amazing. Nemona is needy. That's the only problem with Nemona I have, is that she's too much in your face of battle me please, battle me right now, we gotta. But it's still better than, like, the Gen 6 people, I feel like, that are just kind of there. I know nothing with Gen 5 rivals. Gen 4 rival, Barry and stuff. My favorite evil team probably is either, like, Team Galactic or something like that. Flare's okay, Rocket's obviously up there. I mean, even, like, Hop and How are okay in their own regards. I think there's ways that they could have made them better. I feel like the better way to make the rival a little bit more cohesive is just like, oh, let them have some different teams here and there, some different team compositions and stuff like that. That's fair. That's fair. I know a lot of people don't like Hop a lot. It's usually Hop and Howl and the Gen 6 rivals. That's names are completely spacing me right now. I know Serena's obviously one of them, but I don't know the other two's names. Are most people's least favorite. Hop's the one that's like... Oh, I can't remember. No one's like always like basically like your cheerleader. Like, yeah, super effective hit, you go, man. I want to say that's Hal. I always get Gen 7 and Gen 8 a little bit. Hard to think about the rival bit. I know Gen 8, it's like it's trying to be like his brother. Prove he can also stand on a leg on his own, but it doesn't really come together until post-game, sadly. I also like Rose, too. I like his theme. I should say I like him. His motivations are confusing. The whole Gen 8 story thing is confusing. They don't really put that together well. Gen 9 story, however. Arvin, don't get me started on the dog, man. Freaking 50 Bellsprouts already, and we're on this fun time again. Get away from me, Rattata. I am trying to get to the mart, please. I mean, Arvin, I guess some of the Gen 9s they did pretty okay. But Arvin makes sense to why he has a dog, and it's definitely like more like your, like I said, your depression dog or whatever. Because obviously, like his dad's always busy, and eventually, you know, is dead. But like the dog's gonna be his comfort, his, you know, everything. So yeah, like the fact that that thing is suffering from what happened with his whole thing is just like, please don't let the dog die, man. Kid's going through it. It's like his only close thing he's got left in his life. Meanwhile, we're the main protagonist, and we never have a parent except for Gen 3, pretty much. I mean, you sometimes see the mom, you know, obviously. I am done, shopkeep. I need to go to my party and release some Bellsprouts. Done this in so long, I had to remember what I needed to do. I mean, I can't give up all hope. I never can do that. I mean, I have 2 shiny Pokemon right there that are on the screen, you know, that proves that technically I can find shinies. It's just, yeah. Ever since then, they just have, kind of disappeared. God, we're over 2,500 total Pokemon. Holy crap, 2,500 freaking Pokemon. That is insane. Hi, Trenton. Hello, welcome out to the stream. I am currently emptying my box and selling my extra candies and all that stuff. Getting ready for the next chain of Bellsprouts I'm about to go capture. Yeah, we're at basically 1,400 Bellsprouts. And we're at 2,500 and basically 70 Pokemon in total. Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous. What am I doing? I am currently playing some Let's Go Eevee, and we are shiny route hunting, meaning we are going route by route, and we cannot go to future routes until we have caught every Pokemon in its shiny variant in said routes. So we started with, we're in Route 1 right now. We're trying to get Rattata, Eradicate, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, and Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Victory Bell before we can technically go to Route 2. We have the entire Rattata line. We have the entire Pidgey line. However, Bellsprout has been a pain in my booty. Eventually, maybe it'll happen. I don't know. Like I said, it's been over 2,500 Pokemon without a shiny Bellsprout. So we'll have to see. But I'm dedicated. I will figure it out one day. Maybe not. I don't know. Alright, goodbye, Mart Guy. I am ready to go hunt again. I have restocked. Kind of like, yes, Johnstone did what's called the Professor Oak Challenge. He actually did, I mean, I never like getting into this conversation. I never do. Because I've done this for technically years, but then I went away from it. But yeah, what Johnstone did with the Professor Oak Challenge, where you're catching every Pokemon and their shiny ones to complete the Pokedex, is basically, yes, what I am doing. The only difference between mine and his is that I'm stuck on a route. I cannot leave Route 1 at any point until I capture every single shiny Pokemon on said route. Whereas his, he could catch it along the way and still do progression for the gym leaders and all that type of stuff to access as much as he wanted to hunt. Whereas I'm literally like, I'm not leaving Route 1 until I catch every single one there and then going to the route forward. And like I said, I'm not going to go into the whole, I had the idea first, technically, blah, blah. Doesn't matter to me. He made it, obviously. Amazing video, cool thing. I'm glad it, someone else is crazy like me. But yeah, basically, yes, that is basically what I'm doing. As far as the ones I can't get, because they're part of, obviously, your game exclusives, I will be doing in a separate type challenge. Where I'm only using those Pokemon instead of all of the Pokemon. Like this one, literally, I'm catching everyone that I can potentially get and adding them to the team. The Let's Go Pikachu version is literally going to be only hunting the ones that I cannot get in this game, and that's it. So it's not every single one. Yeah, I think, I'm trying to remember when I did actually initially come up with this idea. Yes, correct. Yeah, he wouldn't go past Brock until he got them all, but he still was able to explore everywhere, if that makes sense. Like, even though he couldn't go past whatever would be, wherever Brock would block off, in a sense, he would still be able to go from Route 1 all the way through past Viridian Forest to hunt and look around, whereas I'm literally only locking myself in here. Route 2 has Spearow, the Nidorans, I believe. It's all completely new. It's all different Pokemon. Route 22... Route 22 is the one with Spearow, Nidoran stuff. Route 2 has all these three plus Caterpie and Weedle. So whatever we end on here technically can continue into Route 2. What do I think about Penny? Penny's alright. I don't mind too much about I wish they went a little bit more better with Team Star's story. But yeah, she's not bad. I think they could, like I said, could have done a little bit better with that whole thing, but I'm okay with Penny. So it's gonna be really hard to find something I probably dislike about Pokemon. A lot of the music I love. Like I said, there's some gameplay mechanics or different, you know, whatever stuff that they probably either gotten rid of or things I'm like, you know, whatever. Like Dynamaxing, a lot of them were really cool to see, but at the same point, I'm like, what did it really do? Z moves looked really cool. But yeah, I think, because when did John Stone post this video? I forget when his came out. I want to say it's been a couple years. But yeah, I think I came up with the Let's Go Eevee idea, route hunting idea. I think he's done Professor Oak challenges longer than that. So you can say technically he's always done like the catching of every single Pokemon type deal and the shiny stuff. Maybe longer than I have, but again, I didn't really know of John Stone until, oh god, 2018, 19, I don't know. No, so once we capture a Pokemon, we no longer have to get it again. So we'll use Pidgey, for example. We have the entire Pidgey line done. We don't have to hunt Pidgey anymore, don't have to hunt Pidgeotto anymore, don't have to hunt Pidgeot anymore. It's just the new ones going forward. So it doesn't make this a 15-year challenge, pretty much. So yeah, when we get to Route 2, it'd literally just be Caterpie and Weedle that we would be hunting for at that point. And then, like I said, once we get those and they're checked off, they go on our little ticker list, and then we never have to do them again. Omega Ruby, we're actually playing on the channel. We were doing it every Friday. Obviously, we took a little bit of time off because we needed to, but every Friday we play Omega Ruby. I had to figure some kinks out. That sadly happened when we streamed it last. But I think it'll definitely be returning here very soon. And then as far as all the other games, I have no idea. Try not to completely overload my plate. Usually when things kind of fall apart, so... You got a crush on Penny? I can see that. That's a fair crush. That's a fair crush. She's not, you know, by any means, if I was 10. You know. I could go for that. Whatever vibe. Like, almost like, not gothic girl, but... I don't know, the girl that you just kind of want to be like, I want to be there for them to make them feel good again. There's no good way to approach this subject ever. I will never reveal my age. I won't do it. I won't do it, even though I definitely have so many times. Nobody ask. Nobody wants to know. Oh, God. Yeah, as we start rolling and stuff, it gets much easier. The hard part is these bigger routes, like Route 1, for example. Technically, some of the Pokemon are spawning up in the top, in the spawn area, at times. So we could be potentially missing Pokemon here and there, but there's no easy way to run up and down in the time. It's just usually easier to stay where I'm at and try to force the spawns to appear next to me. But yeah, it's still technically how the algorithm works is it technically spawns in the entire route area. I don't know, I haven't looked hard into it, but Route 2, for instance, is literally I'll show. I'm not going to go up to Route 2, but I'm just going to show an example once I get off the A screen for a couple seconds here. Route 2 is literally probably the length of this grass right here. That is, like, that's pretty much the gist of Route 2. It's just this. Whereas Route 1 is... Hang on, I'm still going. Hang on, I'm still going. Guess what? I'm still going. That is all Route 1. Like, it's huge. It's massive. And then, like, once we enter Viridian Forest, our shiny chances are going to be even better because the size thing starts playing. I haven't even activated the size scene yet, which also plays another role to cut down the odds. And then also once I get Lures, which is once I go into Cerulean, that also cuts my odds down as well. So I think right now with our chain over 31, our odds are like 1 in 350 basically. Once we get the Lures, we're down to 1 in 300. The sizes and stuff like that makes it more like 2, I think, much of a drop. The only other thing we could potentially odds is if I trade one game a shiny stone, then we could get it down to 170 or something like that is the lowest odds you can technically have for the game. But even right now, being 1 in 350 odds is not terrible. But then again, I have encountered 2,000 Pokemon and feel like I really only have 2 shiny Pokemon to show for it. But yeah, as we start rolling, it will get easier and easier. For sure. I've just been stuck on Route 1 for so freaking long now, it's kind of pathetic, actually. Rattata was stupid easy. I got it after like 60 encounters. Pidgey, I think, was more near 800, but still. What I think of Scarlet and Violet? Amazing story. Really fun things with like terrestrialization and stuff like that. Only negatives I have about Scarlet and Violet are just the graphical performance stuff. I think it could, like, the Pokemon look great, but I think it could have ran better. It could have not had a lot of those, you know, glitchy stuff. If Scarlet, and I hate pointing at things like this because I don't like being a harsh critic, but at the same point, it's just the truth of the matter. You look at your Pokemon Snap, like new Pokemon Snap, and this game. I get technically this game, Viridian Forest, sometimes gives a little bit of troubles here and there where it runs a little slow, but you don't have a lot of those performances things. Like, I don't know, I think we would have probably had one of the arguably best Pokemon games ever created if it remotely looked or performed like those 2 games that I just mentioned, the like Pokemon Snap and all that, where it looks visually great and all that type of stuff. It doesn't have the glitches and stuff like that. Or even if you had to downgrade to these type of chibi, I always call them the chibi graphics, then to get a performing game, I think would have been a smarter option. But again, I still think they're great games. I still think they have a lot of playability with those issues. Just sadly, I think they missed the cut at being probably one of the best Pokemon games out there because of that. You just finished the decks yesterday? Nice, very nice. I haven't done much with a lot of those games. 88 hours, damn, nice. That's really big dedication. That's awesome. I have completed every dex up to Gen 3, and I had a Pokemon Fallout from Gen 3 to Gen 6. But then I came back to it, and then I completed Oras's and X and Y's, but that was kind of about the it. What time do my live streams end? I always go at the bare minimum an hour. That's the absolute minimum I will always do on a live stream is an hour. Do I really have a true cutoff ever? No, I just kind of go until I start either feeling tired or bored or whatever type of a deal. But yeah, the bare minimum will always be 1 hour. That's always the guaranteed point we will get to no matter what. As far as anything else, it's just, again, by vibes, by feels, all that type of stuff. I don't know how many hours I've done of this alone. I know we're up there. I'll check here, actually. After the spell sprout, I'll check how many hours I've dedicated to just shiny hunting in this game alone. Yeah, I've done a lot. I mean, I've beaten all the Pokemon games besides Gen 5. I've completed majority of the dexes and stuff like that, but... Let's see here. Where do I go? Save, right? It's gonna tell me. 46 hours, there you go. 46 hours of shiny hunting with 2 shinies technically to really show for it in that entire time. Oh, that's sad. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's the grind, man, it's the grind. Technically, if I were to say like what creator kind of inspired this whole thing, I would say either like the Supreme Arcanines. I know I watched a lot of his shiny hunting. Obviously, yes, I know of John Stone and his shiny hunting stuff and his Professor Oak challenges, of course. But again, I didn't really follow him until later on after I met a couple other YouTubers. I forget who else I've watched that done shiny hunting. Game Boy Luke, Patters. I don't know, a lot of those in the Oras stage of life. I was just trying to find a unique idea, and this is what I kind of thought of at the time. Technically, my first one ever was shiny hunting the starters in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because those are like 1 in 8,000 odds, but it was, you know, you see 3 Pokemon at the same time, so it was kind of like, oh, maybe it'll go fast, and yeah, that did go well. And then I tried to figure out how to do like the cute charm glitch, where you know, the shiny odds are basically like reversed and stuff like that, but yeah, that didn't work either. I've tried experimenting with things and different stuff here and there, but sometimes the technology that I actually own isn't ready for it. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like most people do fall into like a Pokemon, I call it hiatus basically, but yeah, mine was after technically what was Fire Red, Leaf Green. So I did Gen 1 through Gen 3, did, you know, your Red, Blue, what was next? Yellow, Crystal, Gold, Silver, and then, because I did not play the Gen 2 remakes. Gen 3, basically, I said Fire Red, Leaf Green after Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were the last Pokemon games that I played actively. And then, yeah, I came back in Gen 6, and then I played the Omega Ruby, got back in love with Pokemon, then played the Gen 4 remakes of Gen 2, and loved those, and then started kind of, and then at that point, X and Y I played, because they were technically out, and then Sun and Moon was being released at that time frame to kind of like put it all in perspective, and then I obviously played Sun and Moon as my first Pokemon re-experience with everything like that, brand new, and yeah, went from there, and just somehow skipped Gen 5. I still, to this day, have not played Gen 5. It's the only Pokemon game I have not played, other than your random, you know, like Pokemon Ranger or something like that. Like, whatever, different kind of Pokemon games. But I will play Gen 5. It's on the list. It's obviously going to happen. But then again, you know, I still put other games sometimes a little bit over it. Some of that's for reasons, but still. It could have been played by now. Let's just say that. But I've seen a lot of gameplay of it. I know a lot about Gen 5. I know about the music hype, I know about the story hype, and all that stuff. I've seen people play it. I've just not personally played it. Going games you played are Sword and Shield, Let's Go, and Scarlet and Violet. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I mean, especially with how young you are, that makes sense. I feel like that adds up correctly with what you've played. I always say people should give all the different Pokemon games a chance, don't get me wrong. But I know, yeah, like definitely like the older ones, your original Gen 1s and Gen 2s and stuff like that are a bit rough because you don't have all the features. Obviously, it doesn't get till even, what, Gen 4 and Gen 5 before they finally have all the things we're used to now. But it's cool to see how Pokemon grew over the years and what they added and how it became what it became type of a deal. But again, yeah, no bads about where you started. I think that's a still good Pokemon list to have. You started in the Gen 4 remakes? Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, those are amazing. I still argue the Heart Gold, Soul Silver are my favorite Pokemon games right now. Yes, like I said, I do know a lot about the lore and how Gen 5 works. I know about the story and N and all the Getsus stuff and how it basically, yeah, was like basically where Pokemon restarts again because it's 150 plus new Pokemon, no repeats, no old Pokemon were in there and stuff like that. It was basically like, oh, let's just revamp it from the ground up. For a lot of people, it's like one of their least favorites because it's just so much, you know, brand new and whatever, but I see the love for it for sure. I just, like I said, I personally put my hands to it to play it. I know a lot about it. I think honestly it will get up there and probably one of my top favorite Pokemon games once I do play it and actually experience it, based on all that I've experienced through just watching it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a matter of doing it. Like, I love Chandelure Gen 5. I'm like 99% sure Chandelure's Gen 5. But I love Chandelure. Love him. Now, some of that has to do with Pokken, but still. Although I think Gen 5 of all the generations was the generation that I had the least attachment to the starters. If I'm remembering correctly on my head. Yes, it is Gen 5. Yeah, taking my first games were Pokemon Red and Blue. I had Red, my brother had Blue. I got Yellow. I would always trade with my brother's games to get all the Pokemon in them. And then I had Ruby, he had Sapphire, and then I got Emerald. I had Fire Red, and he stopped playing at that point. Platinum is your absolute favorite. Cancer. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry to hear about the cancer stuff. I had a grandma that passed away from cancer, so I know that can be a biatch. I'm going to say that as PG as I can. But, I mean, obviously, like I said, you have that memory of that being your help, obviously. I mean, Pokemon, for me, obviously helped me through a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. A lot of my depression stage and all that was cured because of either playing it or watching people playing it. But yeah, that's, like I said, there's no good way to approach that. Just, you know, I know that's rough. So Platinum is an amazing game. I will give it that. The only problem I have with Platinum or any of the Gen 4 ones is I get always very confused around the Mount Coronet stuff. I'm always like, where do I go? Oh, jeez. Oh, I had that happen with my original Pokemon, Fire Red, Leaf Green. I have. Oh yeah, I hate that. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, like I said, there's no good way to approach the bad subjects, like I said, other than just say like I'm sorry and stuff like that. But yeah, my Fire Red. Oh my God, I had so many hours, and I had it up to about probably a couple years ago, and then yeah, I got. I don't even know. Just yeah, basically similar story. It was left out in the sun, and then it damaged the internal battery, and yeah, it sucks losing that stuff because you're like, dang, that had so much of my memories in it, so much of that. Like I wish home would have been out then, or things to just kind of keep some of those memories together. But I do still have my original Ruby. Actually, is it still? It's up here. I know it's up here. I have it. I know I have it. It's in one of my DSs. I just gotta find it. I don't know. It's in my original DS. I know right now it's in my original DS. Fire Red and Leaf Green were the first Pokemon games I did not 100% complete. When I returned to, like, I obviously ended Pokemon. And yeah, I think it was something to do with the post game because I remember like I had to read Braille to figure that stuff out. But I do have it somewhere. My original Ruby copy. It's like I said, it's in my original DS. There's so much crap in here I can't find it at the current moment, and I don't want to stand too much. your uncle passed away from eating, no, or not eating a lot of vegetables. Yeah, you gotta have a healthy eating life. Oh, I promise you're not really trying to, like, I don't feel like you're bringing, like I said, there's no easy way to approach a sour, like, not sour subject, a sad subject. We'll say that. That's the best term I got here. There's no easy way. Like, sad part about life is everybody has their losses, has those bad moments, but what we can do is, come together, talk about them, remember some of the good things about it and stuff like that. And like I said, just try to find the next. I always say, like, try to find the light in the dark times. It's kind of one of those, like, Kingdom Hearts quotes that I always live by. Like, there's always a light to find in any dark tunnel that you can kind of look forward to and look at to kind of remember something good about even the darkest of memories, for instance. But gotcha. Your uncle was 30 when he passed. Jeez. That I will not comment other than I'm sorry that he was so young when he passed away. I'll just leave it at that. Meanwhile, I have not pressed A, I think, on this game for a couple seconds here, and I apologize on that because I've been so enthralled on talking that I completely forgot I am shiny hunting for a Bellsprout. Anybody remember I was shiny hunting for Bellsprout? Anybody? Any memories of me hunting shiny Bellsprout? Because I didn't remember for 2 seconds there, obviously. Yeah, I'd say my top games are Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Range, Fire Red, Leaf Green are definitely up there. The Gen 3s are definitely up there. I do love the original Red and Blues. I do love Sun and Moon, like the Ultra games. And Scarlet and Violet I liked a lot. I did even somewhat enjoy Sword and Shield. It just, yeah, it needed a better story. I don't think there's a Pokemon game I necessarily dislike, if that makes sense. In every game I can talk about the goods and the bads. Just like with Pokemon in general. You can talk about all the goods, bads, whatever have you. I'm a realist, what's called that. Yeah, I have so much gratefulness that, I think it was my nephew at the time, had gotten Omega Ruby at the time, and yeah, I don't know what happened between Gen 3 and Gen 6, obviously. I had some knowledge, obviously Pokemon was still going on. I worked at Cedar Point during the time of Gen 5, so I knew Pokemon was still, like, around and happening and stuff, but I never really re-sought it back out for some reason. But yeah, I am so glad that he showed me Omega Ruby and it got me back into Pokemon. Because, like I said, let me just re-experience it all basically again. And when Sun and Moon came out, to kind of just finally relive, like, predictions and what was going to happen was very fun. Yeah, my first shiny definitely was above when I was a teenager, so I don't know if they happened any other than your Red Gyarados, I guess. I don't think I really ever really truly understood them either, so I don't know if I ever had failed or caught any before that. But I do remember my first shiny ever was in Fire Red, and it was a shiny Geodude, and I did not have Pokeballs to get it. I do know that one for a fact. The first shiny Pokemon that I actually caught and acquired was in Pokemon Go. It was during the Valentine's Day event, and I caught a shiny Lovedis. That was my first shiny capture. That gives you a time frame of stuff. So it would have been, what, 2017, 2018? I don't know when the freaking shinies started rolling out in Pokemon Go. I mean, Lovedis was obviously a Gen 3 Pokemon, so I mean, whenever that all rolled out, might have been even later. I don't know. I could look on my... Wait, hang on, you know what? I got it. I got you. I just load up Pokemon Go right now, and I look at that Lovedis. Then we'll get the exact date, time, all that great stuff. I got it still in my freaking Pokemon Go account. It's not like it's gone. When I originally did this series like 4 years ago, we were shiny hunting more of the routes and stuff like that, so I do remember seeing a lot of these, like, shiny Bellsprout and stuff like that. You killed the rare Gyarados, you savage. No, I get it. It's fine. Yeah, I would have probably done the same if I was a little bit younger, but I was always about catching everything because I completed my Pokedexes back then. more than gaining experience. But I definitely was one of those that's like, ooh, new strong move, Fire Blast, let me teach that. So I definitely get the funniness of what we did as a kid. There's my love disc. My love disc was caught on February 14th of 2018. There you go. There was my first shiny actually caught ever in my life. Ooh, shiny Sneasel. That's a really good shiny. Ooh, shiny Stunfisk. That's a very unique one. I feel like that's very, very unique. I mean, guess love this is somewhat unique. You're tired, Pokemon fan. You know what? I could feel that vibe. It's getting later in the evening now. Of course, I don't know what time it is for you guys, obviously, but you know what? It's fair. Naming all your shinies. That's okay. That's funny. That's funny. That's great. I don't know. Sometimes my nicknames for my shinies are usually just kind of a play off of what they either look like or mixes of their names. You know what? Hang on. Let's play a little. I'm gonna reveal too much, but I don't care. I'm gonna look up my shinies on Pokemon Go and tell you all their nicknames, because every single one has a nickname. My Dragonite, my green Dragonite, is named Noodle because he reminds me of a pool noodle. My nickname for my Hydreigon is Hydra because it's kind of a play off of his name, and he's got 3 heads, you know, like the Hydra from Hercules. My shiny Conkeldurr's nickname is Big Veins because he has giant veins. My shiny Chandelure, however, is just named Pokken because of the Pokken Tournament. I got, oh god, what's his name? I threw out his name. Gigalith, that's nicknamed Kryptonite because he reminds me of the Kryptonite shards. I got shiny Beware, that's named Winnie, like Winnie the Pooh, because he's golden. Yeah, just a couple of those. That's all I'm going to reveal from now of my shinies. You know of at least 5 shinies you killed. I've not failed a shiny in Pokemon Go yet. I mean, I had to kill the shiny Geodude, so there's at least 1. And I for sure had to kill some shinies when I first ever did this series of the Let's Go Shiny hunting 4 years ago. I definitely killed shinies back then. I have somehow not run into any shinies that I've already caught on this journey so far. So I've not run into shiny Rattata and or Pidgey again since I've acquired them the first time since we've done this. So I've not technically had a shiny fail in this part yet. I did 4 years ago when I first made this series. Like live and stuff. Oh, you do like the Google Translate, like do it tons of times and see what best name you could get out of it. That's a fun one. I like that. It's a very fun idea. I like that a lot. It's very unique. Oh, Bellsprout. Hey, Poke fan, have a great night. Hopefully you get some good rest and everything like that. Thank you for so much for hanging out and everything like that. Like I said, I try to go live every single day, usually around-ish this time, because it's usually after my work day and all that stuff, but yeah, it just gets rough sometimes like that. And I do have a family vacation coming up, so that might play a little bit into factors, but I do want to eventually definitely by August, guaranteed 100%, but here more sooner than later get into more of a stream schedule with some more variety and stuff. Yeah, I definitely plan on playing ZA as well. I mean, obviously, hence the title, Road to ZA. I mean, originally the title of this entire series was called Road to Sword, if this shows you how old this series is at this point. Because at that time Sword and Shield was coming out, I'm like, oh, I want to play every game up to Sword and Shield. And yeah, then I kept adding games, getting different job life things kept coming, and all that stuff. Yeah, life just kept getting in my way. I definitely could have had it done faster. Definitely could have been way more ahead if I just didn't keep putting things on hiatus. We had a whole over a year long, maybe 2 year long break in this journey. So yeah. But yeah, no, definitely planning on playing ZA. Even if I'm technically not getting it done by the time I'm wanting to truly get it done, I will definitely play Legend ZA. You can do it with a week of part-time. See, my problem is I've got 2 kiddos, full-time work and stuff like that, and even with like if I took a whole week of vacation off, type of a deal, like obviously they're going to take my attention and stuff like that. I have to take care of both of them and everything like that. To where the earliest I could start, even starting recording, would be like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And if I try to, still want relevance of sleep, even if I go to like 1 a.m., I'll still put 1 a.m. because usually they get up around 6 or 7 in the morning. That's 5 hours maybe dedicated. And some of those games, yeah, like your beginning Gen 1s through 5 and stuff like that, your Game Boy DS era and all that, those go by stupid fast. You get speed up and all that stuff. And I do have that now for like my Gen 6 and 7 games when those come up and stuff. But yeah, I definitely could have got it done in the time frame originally planned if I dedicated myself a little bit better to it. But some of the things I've added, like Nuzlocke challenges to and stuff like that to make them harder. I added like wheels, and I added, I can use certain things or whatever have you, extreme challenges, things that have made it harder, and if I ever lose, I restart. I don't know. I've made it 100 times longer than what it should have been. If all these were just basic generic playthroughs, I definitely would have had it done very quickly. Like stupid quickly. But I wanted fun, unique challenges with each one. We've done Extremely Emerald, we've done Wheel of Challenges with Diamond and Pearl. I've done Wonder Locks, Surprise Locks, your basic Nuzlocks, Shiny Hunting, obviously, Revenge Locks, I don't even know anymore. Yeah, it's definitely hard to, when I work, like I said, I have my kids always from 6 a.m. we'll just say to about 3 p.m. on every single day at minimum. And that's on my days I work, and then I work until late at night around midnight. And then I obviously then get off, and then, like I said, if I want to sleep, then, 6 hours sleep. But if I want to, I usually always try to be like, no, I'll stream for like an hour, at least, and then stuff like that. That's what I try to do. But obviously, life catches up. Bills don't stop. You got to clean your house. You got to, do other stuff. I've played the games. I've done the games, like the Scarlet and Violet. I've done things like that. I've just not done them on streaming-wise, if that makes sense. And hello, Stormrun Gaming. Sorry if I didn't say hello. I don't think I did. I got too involved with conversation about stuff. Oh, that's very unique. Yeah, I don't think I've heard a lot about stuff like that. That's very unique, Stormrun Gaming. I definitely don't think I've heard much about somebody trying something like that. That's a very unique idea. I haven't played much of those games, but I think that could be very interesting. I remember when Smash Brothers was out, I was like, oh, whatever Pokemon would come out of the Pokeball, you would have to use those Pokemon in a battle and stuff like that. I remember trying to do like ideas like that, but you're very limited with some of that options. And I see your jokes there, Poke fan. You played us all with your nap time, bedtime, whatever it may be. Ooh, Jin. Oh, like rotation battles and all that. That could be fun. Remember when Sun and Moon sounded like it was gonna have a promising battle system with like that battle royale thing, and then it really wasn't. It was so close. It was so close to being something so cool. Can't believe I'm almost maxed money too. Is it ridiculous? I'm sure. I don't know. I guess I'm going by old Pokemon standards, but is it still 900 something thousand? Is that the max, or is it going to be like the next, you know, couple million? Move from the party. You are no longer invited to the party. You were not cool enough. Alright, get rid of all these fun Bellsprouts. Mass transfer time, everybody. It's everybody's favorite time of the year. It's mass transfer time. The Oras challenge is a basic one. It's just a revenge Nuzlocke. We did a regular Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke back in the day, and I lost it, so my plan was just to do a generic again, just to say that I can actually beat it in the regular Nuzlocke style. But then for Alpha Sapphire, I either will do like maybe like a chain lock or a type lock, maybe like an avatar lock. I don't know, one of those types. I mean, I have a lot of ideas. SpongeBob. Where's SpongeBob, guys? I need to know where SpongeBob is. I see him in the chat. I see his name. Never played Final Fantasy. Been doing. Oh, you're saying it'd be. So, I mean, I've done Kingdom Hearts. That's the closest Final Fantasy I've done. But I've seen RPGs-ish style that are that way, where it's kind of like consistently going at all times. That could be definitely really fun, I think, like that. Yeah, I haven't played much Final Fantasy either. Kingdom Hearts would be the closest to Final Fantasy that I've even touched, and even that I would say is not really like Final Fantasy. Not shiny. Oh, so you still have it like it's turn-based, not where it's constantly going. Okay. So it's probably like a mid-ground. Okay, got it. Yeah, I've done a lot of those, like, what are they, like the hardcore locks, where it's like you can only go to the level of the gym leader type deal. Things like that. I have done a few of those on the channel. Did it with, where is it? What game? I know it was a Gen 1 one, but I don't remember which game I did it with. And I do not know that name, sadly, PokeFan, but it's not something I couldn't look up at some point in my time. I can look that up. Ooh, so yeah, you would have your, like, your healer, your tank, your whatever else, your mage, your type deal, to where you have to, you know, idolize those things to make sure you're staying alive and making progress throughout the game. Oh. So like those ones that are like, I beat Pokemon with a level 1 Caterpie or whatever. Ooh, they can't level up. Like, can't gain any, basically no experience. Would that mean, though, you could still, I don't know, you can definitely make that work. Definitely you can make that work. It'd be really hard, obviously. You would have to idolize a lot of, I meant to hit get ready. Yeah, you would have to catch every new Pokemon in the gym. They could never level up. So, like, yeah, your levels would be really under level, but you could get a team, if you're able to still choose your Pokemon in a sense per the route, you could get a team that, you know, you could still do, like, you know, status elements, protect, stalling, a little bit more of your, like, toxic traits to make sure you find ways to win. But then you're stuck with those low-level Pokemon throughout. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely find a way to win that. Yeah, you would definitely have to come up with a team that stalls and counters with Destiny Bond and obviously the move counter and Mirror Coat and Toxic and Protect and every stall thing you can think of to probably win. But yeah, you can still get some higher level Pokemon. Obviously, like say Red and Blue, you can still get like your Zapdos and stuff to get a high level Pokemon. Level up, at least you still have a level 50 you could maybe use, stuff like that. Because you could acquire that like as early as after Gym 5 and you get Surf and stuff. So yeah, there's ways to like do it, but yeah, you definitely have to look into it. Thank you, I kept wanting to say Doctor Who, Mr. Who 13. Thank you for the good luck. In your game, you won't level itself, gain soul levels. Oh. Like dark. When you said souls, it made me like Dark Souls. Shiny only run is pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I mean, kind of through this, but because I'm only going to be using my shiny Pokemon to progress in this hardcore doing the Let's Go of this, because we'll have less Pokemon to rely on. Have to catch a shiny Pokemon for Gym 8. Ooh. Yeah, I know a lot of people that have done basically, yeah, shiny locks that they at least get, you know, one or few new shinies per just route, one per route, and then would battle the gym leaders with those. I know a couple content creators that have done like that. But what about Y? Because there's sometimes Y, right? It's like the freaking vowels, like A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y. You know, it's the who, what, when, where, and sometimes Y. You know. It's definitely been more than 1 hour. I will give you that. It has definitely been more than 1 hour. But I got people to talk to. It's not just, you know, me sometimes. Sometimes it is just me, which, you know, like I said, if it's just me, it's just me. But it makes it much easier when I have people to chat with, different subjects to approach, because, you know, people are talking about different subjects and all that stuff. I don't know what made me choose to do this random ass voice, but here it is. Happy birthday, y'all. You get this southern accent now. I don't know, kind of my I'm close to 100 Bellsprouts. I kind of wanted to get to that number. But yeah, if I'm live tomorrow, I'll probably be playing Mario Wonder, because it is going to be technically Wonder Wednesday at that point. And then yeah, Thursday, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go live Thursday, but if I can, I guess it would be just playing a game I played as a kid. So like either one of my, I don't know, one of the list of games I grew up on. Oh, really, Storm? I did not know Meowth references Galarian Meowth back in the old seasons. I'll have to check that out. You and your girlfriend have been playing Wonder. It is a really good game. Me and my wife and all that back in the day played Mario 3D World, and we had a lot of fun with that. So I know there's a lot of good, fun bonding moments in those type of games. So that's really cool to hear. Wonder is a very fun game. Got 95 Bellsprouts today. Don't do it, Rattata. Don't do it. Leave me alone. Leave me and my child alone. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, and my wife was that way too. She was very much not much into video games. Usually, it would be ones with your basic controls. So yes, your Mario types that you just have to press A, B, and move. But she did have a lot of love for 3D Land and 3D World. She tried to dab a bit into Odyssey, but couldn't get into it, which I understand. But yeah, she hasn't really tried much else, but she's just also a big video game person. But it was a lot of fun doing those games when we did them, and fun to, play together and experience those memories. I will always cherish them. Actually, that play through me and her did is on the channel of me and her playing Super Mario 3D World. Can you do the Poke Rap, Trenton? Is that where your dedication level is? Because I feel like you might have that dedication level of the whole like Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Fearow, Pidgey. You just start rapping them off and then impress her with your amazing Pokemon name game, and she totally doesn't think it's lame. Do I think Oshawott and Piplup look the same? Absolutely not. Zero chance. Not ever going to happen. No. Piplup is adorable. Oshawott's okay. He's not terrible, okay? He's not bad, but he's no Piplup, okay? Piplup's an adorable penguin. Yes, I'm going to be on for the cats. I'm so happy. It's the one thing I wanted. You know what? I can end stream with that one. You know what? I'm going to be on for the cats, I'm just kidding. I will. I guess if I end the stream, though, then I'm not on for the cats. Oh, crap. Dilemma. But no, I understand having to go, Storm. I appreciate you letting me know, and hopefully, yeah, I'll get to see you again. If not, all good, but yay, cats. Don't worry, cats, I got you, guys. I got you. Eventually, I'll shiny hunt Meowth, and it'll all be okay. You get those two mixed up? I guess I could slightly see it, but no. Just no. Yeah, Piplup's like a cute little penguin birdie thing, and Oshawott's just there, man. I don't have anything key to say about Oshawott. He's there. He's not bad. He's not great, but he's in the Gen 5 starters, man. I'm sorry. The Gen 5 starters, just none of them really do much for me. They're not horrible. They're just kind of there. Yes, Oshawott is indeed an otter. Okay, and like Finding Dory, where they like all cuddle time, and I mean, if my zoo maybe had otters, maybe I had more of attachment to otters. But I don't know, he's just not doing it for me, and maybe because I haven't played Gen 5 nor experienced the anime of Gen 5 or much about Gen 5, maybe that's why he's just not doing it for me. But come on, penguins, man. Penguins. Otters are not adorable. Don't they just... I feel like the few zoos I've seen them at, they just swim on their backs and backstroke, and they're just kind of there. Hey, we got 100 Bellsprouts. Look at us go. We did it. We got to 100. Yeah, I think otters can find a way to be portrayed as quote-unquote cute. But, yeah. Wait, does Oshawott have a shell on his nose? I thought it was on his belly. Am I not thinking of the right Pokemon? Isn't Oshawott's shell that he throws on his belly? Am I completely wrong? Am I picturing Oshawott wrong? Otters in the wild are not good. I would not honestly know. I have not done a lot of research into otters, but penguins are adorable, and I don't care what anybody says. No, okay, there's a few penguins that are not the most good, like hopper penguins. They're kind of eh. Why should Oshawott have a leaf? Wait, there's... It's over! It's over! It's over! It's over! It's over! It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm gonna cry. 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 I want to scream. I want to scream, but my child is right behind me. And this has been 2,000 plus. 2,000 plus freaking encounters for this stupid thing. I gotta watch my voice. I gotta watch my voice. There's a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, young children behind me. I have to be quiet. But freaking 2,000 encounters, and I almost messed it up. I kept swearing to myself I was going to catch the next shiny in a Premier Ball. I almost forgot. If it ran away, I would have just been like, you know what? It's just Bellsprout, man. He just wants to be a naughty word that I won't say because I try to be mostly PG. But you know what I'm gonna do? Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, guys! It's happening! I can get off Route 1. Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't want to look at this route ever again. I never want to come back. I never want to talk about Route 1. No one talk to me about Route 1 ever again. Other than the fact I got to do this again and Let's Go Pikachu. But we're going to ignore that for now because guess what? I can now go to either Route 22 and hunt completely different Pokemon like Spearow and the Nidorans, or I can go to the route up north, which still has Bellsprouts, Pidgeys, and Rattatas, but also has Caterpies and Weedles. Talk about shows that they think, dude. Look at man. I promise you all, I swear to you on everything, I have tried everything to get that shiny to appear. I have begged for it, I've given it treats, I've stream, I've done it pretty much in my whole career. You know, every offering under the moon, you know, I did it. What? Oh my god, Eevee, are you mad? Are you bored? Like, what's wrong? Okay, I don't know why that came on, but still. I definitely think the next route I'm doing is Route 2, because then therefore I keep my Bellsprout chain that's already going. Need to save the game 15 times, you're so right. It does have autosave on, so we would have been safe technically when we walked up north into Meridian and did the little circle thing if you didn't see it, but I think this route would be the smart route because we keep our chain that's active right now, so we still can chain the Bellsprouts here and hunt for just the Weedles and Caterpies. Because we can catch these and look. Well, then again, based on the shiny odds, it's smarter just to chain the Weedles and Caterpies. I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll figure it out. Okay. Can't believe I actually got him. Can't believe after all this time, after 47 hours, I finally got the last shiny on Route 1. But look at this. Look at Route 2. Look at this. Look at this in comparison to the route we were just on. Look how much smaller and simpler this route is compared to freaking Route 1. It's just this. It's just this one patch we can just stare at and admire. I don't have to worry about random other Pokemon spawning anymore. It's just this simple freaking patch of grass that I'm not seeing a Weedle and or Caterpie appear on, but still. Okay, what I need to do first, before I end or do anything else, I need to get rid of every Bellsprout that is not the shiny one. Put the shiny one on the team so I can evolve it all the way up to Victoryville. Oh crap, don't I need a Leaf Stone? Oh no, guys, I need a Leaf Stone, don't I? No, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry again. This time it's sad tears. Okay, where's the shiny at? I can't, I gotta, this one, isn't it? Yes, okay, hang on, I gotta change my markings, gotta put it as a favorite. There he is. Happy birthday to me and that one guy whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, you. You want to talk about animal violence? Watch giraffes fighting. It's intense, man. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of all these Bellsprouts. I never have to talk about Bellsprout again. I still have to see him though. He's still on several other routes I don't want to talk about. Yeah, so I definitely cannot get his final evolution until the fourth gym. But you know what? I can still get at least one evolution out of it. 2,620, basically we'll just say 2,620 Pokemon it took us to get shiny freaking Bellsprout. That is ridiculous. Alright. But he's there. He's there. He's going to be on my party. And screw the Eevee. It is now Bellsprout time. Ah, that is a great question. Why don't I just catch 3 of the shiny to get a shiny living dex, right? That would be the other thought. I could do a shiny living dex. That would take forever. No, I did think about that at one point in time, about doing a shiny living dex. But I just think that would be way, way too much time. But no, my thing will either be I'll continue chaining the Bellsprout for the shiny odds to be up there. But I think, honestly, to be 1,000,000% honest with you, other than the fact that I'm going to end the stream very, very soon, when I get to this route here and start hunting on it, I'm going to chain up either whatever one appears first. You know what? I'm going to start it now. I'm going to end this stupid Bellsprout streak. Whichever one appears first is the one I'm hunting. Caterpie or Weedle, whichever one appears first is the one I'm going for. I don't care. I don't care what you guys want. No, I'm just kidding. I care what you guys want. But place your bets now. Which worm-like creature is going to appear first? Is it going to be the green one, or is it going to be the yellow one? Is it going to be the one with a pointy head, or is it going to be the baby Rayquaza? Is it going to be Bellsprout again? He just keeps running into me like he wants me to keep him going. Oh, you guys got it. You guys guessed it. Look at you guys go. You guys are so smart. You guys are so smart. Yes, definitely like I said, by the time we get to Cerulean, we'll have lures and the sizes and all that stuff activated. So yes, definitely I will be using lures. I will be using as much as I can. I know the chain glitch doesn't work anymore on that, which is fine. But we officially have started our new chain, which is great. So I see you, Trenton. I saw you just subscribe. Thank you very much. It just notified me, so thank you very, very much. But yeah, we'll be shiny hunting now for good old Weedle, it looks like. Of course, if Caterpie appears instead of Weedle, then we'll catch that one. But we'll have to see. We still have not had a shiny fail, so we got that going for us. But I'm glad you guys all stayed, hang out with me and all that. Like I said, we will be hopefully live again here soon. I'm going to keep hoping, but I do have a family vacation I will be going on for a week here coming up. But I'll try to get a lot of recorded content at least, so there's something on the channel. But definitely once mid-July comes here, I'll be live all the time. And then definitely when August comes here, we'll be able to do this during the day. So keep tuned. We'll see you guys all then. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be the Modern Gamer signing out. And for those that don't know, we end every stream with a good old caw because we're weird and we like making random sound effects, okay? No one judge me. But thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys on the next stream video, whatever it may be. This is going to be the Modern Gamer signing off.